So I'm going to press some semblance of a record button just in case I actually manage to do this at some point. I will cut this down up until I do beat him, but I ain't never beaten him. I ain't. No, I don't want to quit the damn game. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I know the strategy, it's not gonna work. I'm even gonna get a calculator out. Where is it? Oh, it's fucking hidden in the bloody tools folder. Why? Okay, Horizon. Yes, this is the first Final Fantasy game. And I hate this final boss, because he's bullshit. Just pure BS. What does haste do anyway? Yeah, doubles one allies numbers of attacks. I want him for. New, I want to. I'm gonna this time just use him to buff the party's defense every turn. And then this guy can do fuck all. So, attack. This will do about 150 damage, which is fine. And this attack I'm kind of fine with. Still don't like it, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna use him to just buff our defense constantly. I am, and I'm gonna see if I can negate or lower the damage taken. If it doesn't work like that, which I assume it isn't gonna stack, but I would prefer to... where's it, temper? I would prefer to give it a go rather than do nothing. But the problem is, it's because he's using magic, and I can't raise my magic defense, which is why I know this isn't going to work. Evasion could maybe work if it stacks. Yes, Fire Blaze Ending. See, this is the problem, everyone's gonna fucking die. Oh, not August though. Yeah, defense doesn't do shit. Yeah, I can't do anything if all he does is his powerful magic moves. Because an earthquake usually misses anyway. Yeah. Like, if he does his 4 main magic moves back to back, he will wipe me out and there's nothing I can do about it. There isn't. This is the problem with this fight. If there is some way of... you know, if there's some way of being able to force him to stop using his 4 main magic moves, then this fight won't necessarily be that difficult. It'll still be a pain in the arse, but it won't be that hard. But if he constantly uses his 4 main magic moves, he just wipes me out in 3 turns. There's literally nothing I can do. Because I have a red mage and I don't have a white... well, because I have a red mage and a thief, or a red mage and a monk, and I don't have a white mage and a black mage, I'm screwed because my white mage can't heal everyone and then my black mage can't protect me from everything, I believe. So there's nothing I can do. But again, haste him, and this time I'm just going to use Invisira. and raise my party's evasion. Actually, I'm gonna see what defense does. There's another thing that I want to try, maybe. Okay, no, defending does nothing. Unless he has to activate it. If he has to activate defense, then defense is fucking stupid. Because this will be the only other thing that I can do. But it's never gonna work. It isn't, because it's not gonna stack. It's not gonna matter, but it's not gonna stack. Because Earthquake does nothing. This is the turn that I know I'm fine, because it doesn't do anything. This will do about 170 damage. So again, like Blaze I'm kind of fine with, it's the other ones it's a fucking pain in the arse. Oh, that block. Yeah, no, I'm out. Imagine if that block was enough for me to beat him. That would have been BS myself, but yeah, there is nothing that I can do. I don't even know how much damage I did to him. I hit him, what, maybe 5 times for less than 1,000 damage each? So let's just say I did 5,000 damage to him. That's only a quarter of the boss fight done. And the problem is, there is no strategy to this, genuinely. There might be a strategy of, if I'm constantly using magic, that forces the boss to use his powerful magic, then I need to pick my scenarios of when to use magic, or what magic to use. Because, like I say, if he just went straight after my if he just kept base attacking my warrior constantly, I could then use magic every other turn, sort of, to just full heal my team. But yeah, I can't. Like, I really don't know what I can do. Genuinely. Grinding is the only thing that I can think of doing, but no one should ever resort to that. I've got an idea. No, I can't do it because I don't have it on him. Yes, silence won't work. I know it won't work. I guess just temper. No. Don't do that. Temper him down there. Let's see what he can do. See, that's fine. And I don't know why the hell he's done that this turn. But I know this isn't going to work. Yeah, no. Silence will never hit him. You know what would also be stupid is if he forces his magic because the warrior attacks. That would actually be... I mean, then I can easily counteract him because I'll give everything to the monk. Because the monk can do a crap ton of damage. But no, I mean, that would never happen anyway. wedge won't die, but it'll be close. Yeah, no, it's always gonna miss, but... Yeah, he's dead. And genuinely, if there was some sort of infinite health cheat code I could use on the PSP version, I'd use it. But I don't care. And again, Earthquake doesn't do anything. Either I'm missing something, or this boss fight is genuinely just this stupid. And if the boss fight is genuinely just this stupid, like, my biggest problem is he has, I mean, obviously when I read on the wiki it said 40,000. But apparently he has 20,000 HP, which is still 5 times the amount of HP he would have in the PS1 version, and 10 times the amount of HP he would have in the original NES version. So why he has 20k HP, I do not know. If they gave him, like, say 6k health is pushing it, doing the strategy I'm doing of trying to protect, heal, temper, haste. You know, that would still be pushing it to deal 6k damage. But 20k? Like my understanding whenever I play shit like this, and it's the same thing like, say, Persona, although in the defense of Persona, I did get to the boss's last phase. It's just I got extremely unlucky because obviously I buffed Ryuji, who then got confused and then attacked main player character, who then died, and that's just game over. I hate that in any game ever where your one player character dies in a turn-based RPG and that's it, it's game over. That should never work like that. It shouldn't. I get why it does in Persona, but realistically it should never happen, because you get those scenarios where you're essentially one attack from finishing a boss, and then one thing goes wrong, or goes the boss's way, and then all of a sudden it's game over. So I would have beaten that boss straight away, had the developers not decided main player character dies of Joker, it's game over. I'd have been fine, because I could have rezzed him easy, full healed everyone, and then beat the boss anyway. But when you get scenarios like this, where you're barely even being able to deal like 5k damage out of 20k, you really have to come to a point of, okay, either this boss is stupid, or I'm missing something. And, well, I mean, if I'm missing something, I would want someone to come out of the woodworks and be like, oi, dickhead. You know, if you do this one tiny thing, it'll fix all your problems, and it's... You know, but... I know that's not a thing. Okay, I'm just gonna temper an attack. Let's just see what tempering and attacking does. I know this isn't going to do anything because I also need haste. I do. But again, I'm just trying to limit all of my options of anything that I could be doing wrong while Argus is dead. Okay, no one gonna die here. You look to the video on this dude, looks like some various bosses along the you don't know what you're looking at. Well, like I say, if you have the video, I'll have a look at it in a minute, but 1843. So far, I've done 4,000 damage. Well, he got his temper off at least. 3049. I've done 7,000 damage so far. That doesn't do anything. I've now done 10,000 damage. I'm halfway through this boss fight. This is not gonna work. Yes, this is the PSP version. 3323. This is really not gonna work. Yeah, Tsunami will probably wipe him out. If there was a potion that I could use to full heal me, I'd use one. Ooh. 3663. I need RNGesus on my side. I need RNGesus on my side. I need to do 3k damage and I win. That's all I need. 3k damage and I win. RNG, I know you've been on my side forever. I know you've pissed Black Blazer off in the past, but please, this is the one time I need you. Do it. First of all, I'm having a look at my fucking... Because I can't out-heal. If there was potions that I could use to full heal, I would fucking use one. Because no matter what he does now, I would use my potion, full heal, he can damage me and I can hit him next turn and I would win. But I need to do 2,925 damage. That's all I need to do. So he needs to do Earthquake. Because Earthquake never hits, although... this would be the time where it does, but Earthquake never hits. But I can only heal 150 and he deals way more than 150 damage. Now, unless, first of all, I'm going to pull up the Final Fantasy Chaos Wiki, because I just want to have a look. I want to see if I remember what moves he's just done, because he has a very specific set of moves. He does. So what did he just do most recently? Blizzara, right? And then Tsunami? Because he hasn't done Cyclone yet, has he? If he'd have just done Cyclone, his next attack could be Earthquake or Flare. Well, Earthquake and Flare kind of don't do anything. And if he's just also done Blizzara, then like I say, that turns into Flare. If he's just done Blizzarga, then that means Slower's next. Which just limits the amount of damage that I do. Well, not limits the amount of damage that I do, but lowers my, how many times I can hit. Oh, there really is nothing that I can do in this scenario. There isn't, because if I use a Phoenix down, any attack he does now will kill everyone off anyway. Again, unless a Phoenix down fully healed, but it doesn't. There is no item in this game that I'm aware of there is nothing in this game that I'm aware of that there's like a full heal recovery item. If there was, then, you know, whatever. Because what do I have? High Potion? Oh well, I mean there is X Potion. I'm gonna fucking hate myself. If X Potion heals for full, I'm gonna be slightly annoyed because I can do this very, very easily. Okay. X potions do exist, which are full heals. Problem is, don't have one. At least not that I'm aware of. If I did, I could do this. But it only appears in the optional dungeons, which becomes a bit of a problem. Because it only appears pretty much at the end of the last of the dungeons. So that's that idea out the window. I can't buy any anyway. Because then the next best thing is the high potion, but... I mean, what about mega elixirs? Don't they... Again, this will be a unique thing, won't it? Yeah, it appears in the 20th anniversary. Which you can find here in the Chaos Shrine. See again, because I don't have any of these fucking things, I don't. Well, my elastic band's just snapped. I mean, the only other thing that I could do is if I used... As the warrior, I would have to leave this dungeon. Go back to the level 1 area, give the warrior or the knight the temper ability, and then I can have, once a turn, 3 people temper the monk. And I would boost my attack so fucking much, so quickly, that because I'm doing 3,300 damage currently, with the extra, say, 3 or 4 turns with the warrior tempering the monk as well, because I also lost out on maybe 2-3 turns tempering the warrior, which would have been essentially 6 tempers to the monk, and also I lost those 3 turns because I didn't haste the monk either. So again, I would have dealt double damage on top of that, so I'm essentially 12 tempers above what I am currently. I could probably, in those turns, dish 20k damage in 1 turn. That is probably the strategy. Leave. And when I mean leave as my party is now, because I can gain a couple of levels leaving, and then going to where I need to go, come back, and coming back through the dungeon, I would gain a couple levels. Which again, wouldn't mean anything, but could mean the difference between having 1 HP or none. Unless I dish out 3k damage before he hits, or if he does, like, Earthquake or something. Or, whatever damage he does now just misses me. That's the only other thing, but... Oh, fully restores MP, I don't need that. Fully restores HP and MP. Oh god, what do I do? Because if I'm guaranteed a potion before his turn, then I can do this. It's hidden in the middle of all my shitting equipment is the problem. I might not need to leave the dungeon anymore. Right, I know I'm gonna slightly cheese this, because... Do I use a potion before an enemy moves in Final Fantasy? That's not actually gonna help. I don't want Final Fantasy 7, fuck off. Because, like I say, if I'm guaranteed to use an item... Fuck. Recovery items are items in the series which have a healing effect, recovering the target's HP and MP, removing status effects from the target. So almost every item of this class is recurring, such as potions, blah 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 blah. The effects of recovery items vary from game to game. For example, when a high potion heals 500 HP. I don't care about any of this. I just want to know, do I go first? I'll never know. Yeah, this is my point. I know for a fact he will attack first. So if he's going to attack first, I take my chances and heal, right? Because then pretty much no matter what he does after that, unless he heals, if he heals, then I'm just quitting. I mean, I heal, right? Because the only way I would come out on top of this fight is if... Give me fucking chaos. Is if I knew what his last two moves were. Because like I say, if I knew for a fact Earthquake was next, but I'm fairly certain he just did Tsunami and not Cyclone, which would obviously mean he does Cyclone next, and I'm fairly certain he's done Blizzard, not Blizzard. If he's done Blizzard, then Slower. Who gives a shit? Because this is the other thing. The only reason why I'm thinking he's done Blizzard, and I would have to hope to God he would use Slower next, is I should still be able to kill him. But again, if he's going to use Slower, I'd sooner heal. I would sooner heal. I take the heal, right? I take the heal. No, and it was Cyclone, so I was still correct. So unless this misses, which it won't. Yeah, unless this misses. Yeah, no, he's never going to. Damn it. Yeah, so now that I know I've got them, I should still be able to do this. Because again, my only other strategy is leaving the bloody dungeon. Well, no. We've learned something by Blazer. I've got 2 full heal potions. 2 full heal potions. And like I say, if we even don't count the fact that I have those potions, I can use my turns of the warrior to increase speed for the monk. So he tries to go first always before the boss, because then if that happens, should still be able to beat him. But if I can at least get haste and temper off constantly from turn 1 on my monk and forget the warrior. But again, this is the only other problem. I've got to hope to God that my monk doesn't die, because I either do it for my warrior. No, I'll do my monk, because he was doing 3k damage a turn, whereas my warrior was only doing like 2k damage a turn. But, you know, so I'll try and use the speed potion on the monk. No, because if the speed potion increases your chance of activating an ability, I want temper to be used before the monk attacks. But again, it doesn't matter, because as long as the monk attacks first, if he survives the longest, then it shouldn't matter. I just need to be careful about when to use those potions. I've got 2. So with him, I want 2 items. Speed, monk. You, haste, monk. You, temper, monk. You attack. Blaze I'm fine with. See, the only reason why I don't want to do the monk is because he has such low health. Yeah, okay, so the monk gets his agility boost. Again, I don't think that'll do anything, but hey ho, may as well use it. 484. 484. Again, I can't really do anything with him. Raises one ally's evasion. I will give that him. Because temper and then temper. And then next turn I will probably heal. This will probably kill Wedge. Oh no. Yeah, well, that's that fucking out of the way. See, this is why I want to do it on Argus. Because I just got extremely lucky last turn. Or last fight. Because dead, and alive. Yeah. This is exactly why I don't want to do it on... Oh, plus 211. I've done 1,000 damage so far. And yeah, last turn was just the perfect turn of events. It was. It was just a perfect storm. Cause yeah, what does agility? Do I even have the thing? Yeah, it's over here. All I needed was to get one attack off, and all of my pain would have been over. What does agility do? Affect order of action in battle. And who has the relatively highest amount of agility? This might not say. I mean, the thief would, right? Yeah, the thief would probably have the highest amount of agility. So if I give him the agility potion, he might be able to get the temper off and haste stuff beforehand. But again, my strategy of still being able to leave the dungeon, giving the warrior oh, of course you go first, 217. He started with Blizzaga, which I guarantee you he's now going to do Blaze, Tsunami, Cyclone, Earthquake. He is. This isn't gonna work. Slower. Okay, so he's done slower, that's fine. That means I can still get my potion healing off. 1752. We're getting the temper off. He will probably do Cyclone. Oh no, he's doing Thundaga. There's no fucking way he's going to do Curaja next turn, is there? Because if he does Curaja next turn, he heals everything that I've just done. 3501. Because no, he's going to do Cyclone next. He is. And then it'll be Earthquake, which gives me the free fucking turn. But the problem is, if he then goes to Blaze, I can survive... Yeah, Cyclone won't kill me off. Earthquake won't do shit. Blaze, again, I'll have the free turn of healing, so I can get people up again. But then he will do Curaja. Balls. As long as I get these two tempers off first hand. Okay, no, he just attacked. That's even better. With regular attacking the warrior. 3175. I will do that. Temper you. You will Kiraja the warrior and you will attack. This is... Spoilers, what do you mean spoilers? Plus 4, 5, 90. Because then I will Kiraja him. And then I will item... Who do I high potion? Him. Magic. Temper. You. Magic. Temper. You. Attack. He's done Kiraja! You fucking asshole. That is the one thing I didn't want you to do. 3985. I'm now back down to 3985. You absolute fucking whore. All I needed to do was hit him that next turn and he would have been dead. He would have died. Everything had gone my way, but instead of using Earthquake, he doesn't do shit. Bastard. And I don't think my temper can even stack any further. But he's blazed. Blaze doesn't really do a lot. Plus 4, 4, 5, 9. What did you do, Blaze? Tsunami's next. Tsunami won't kill us, and Haste won't do anything to him. That's what he should do. Tsunami and Haste. Neither of them will kill me. So again, I should have a relative free turn before I die here. So I just did a high potion with him on Owain, right? So items... High potion, Owain. No, I should... Yes, no. High potion, Owain, magic, temper. Magic, temper. Okay. Owain's at least going to be relatively closer to health so he won't die. So if everyone dies on this turn, which he's doing Tsunami, if everyone dies this turn, I can at least use next turn to heal Owain, but no one should die. Yeah, no one should die. Temper him. Temper the fuck out of this guy so I can heal the shit out of him. 5095. Right, what do I do this turn? He just did Tsunami. He could do Cyclone next, which would end everything. Items, I want you to... Elixir him. I want you to high potion him. I want you to heal yourself. Okay, we at least got the potion off on him. It doesn't mean anything. I at least get the heal on Owain. That's the important thing. We've got the heal off on Owain. Because this happens, that means Owain should have 2 turns. 2 turns to do whatever the fuck he wants. Because everyone should die. 4545. There we go. Plus 4545. I only did 18,084 damage. Something tells me he has 18k health. Something tells me he has 18k health. And I just bullshitted my way by doing 84 more damage. Fuck me. That took me 40 minutes. It's done! I've beaten Final Fantasy! I've done it! Fucking hell. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended. And peace prevailed once more. Oh my god. Wait, no, he only healed for 9,999, right? Yeah, no, so yeah, no, I was way more damaged than I should have done, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, because if we minus 9,999... Yeah, I did 8,000 damage that turn, essentially, and that's all I needed to do, but whatever. The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. Yeah, exactly, my suffering has ended. Thank God. Great game, I will still admit, great game. But, yeah, that final boss is bullshit, to be honest. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. Or I am the ultimate gamer. Beaten Final Fantasy. Fucking hell. Ugh. But magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world. Fucking hell. That trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Because wherever there is good, there will always be evil. And also because the gods are fighting out, so basically evil goes, wah, I want to win, and then the goddess goes, no, good should win. Monsters ran rampant and the world sank into darkness. Yeah, we know, we've been over this. Welcome me. But all that is now past. For this was truly the Final Fantasy. Until they made 15 more, because this game actually sold a shit ton, which made Square Soft come out of retirement, essentially. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. A world where Princess Sarah... Oh, scroll, yeah, I know, right? You've got all this whole screen. Queen Jane and even Garland himself await. Ooh, Garland. Fucking... Suck my wang. Final Fantasy. I mean, I would still heavily recommend this game, don't get me wrong. I would still heavily recommend this game, it's just... Again, it has that sort of, when was this fateful day? That sent time spiraling into a loop? Now! But yeah, like, it's the same thing as I say with, like, not Final Fantasy, like Persona. You play a game how you assume is the correct way, then the final boss just says no. And this game is kind of terrible for that, because when you're critting, like, every attack, you very quickly run into the issue of bosses never being a problem, and then you get to the final boss who just rinses you in 3 turns and it's... So you then have essentially 15 hours of game of playing it how you thought you was meant to play it, and then, in my case, you forget you have haste, you forget you have temper, because at the beginning of the game you go, oh, temper raises one ally's attacks. That would actually be pretty good. But then when you're critting every enemy and then every boss in like 3 turns, it's... you forget those moves that you have, and you only remember like haste because you realise, oh well, haste, if I can double the amount of damage in the crit that I'm going to inevitably do anyway, I'll one-shot this boss, which you tend to do. So... It's just got one of those strange, everything is too easy, and then the final boss just goes, I see you've been critting everyone, eh? It ain't gonna work here, son. Nice spells. None of them are gonna work. So, good luck. You know. But anyway, within the Tales of Fantasy, I have been reading this. Let people tell the memory of their deeds live on. Ooh. Cheers. Bloody thing. Tales of dwarves, you can't call them that, and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell. slow do people read? I mean, I like the music, don't get me wrong, but... Yeah, so I mean, I would still recommend this. Maybe the PS1 more so, just because the boss has like 4,000 health and is a lot easier. So for people, in my instance, you know, playing the game how it was played, the final boss isn't going to throw you out of whack for that. At least, but whatever. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world until they die and become forgotten. Because in an alternate universe, the same thing is happening. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended. That the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart. Oh god. I'm not going into that. I'm not. Only you can see within yourself that good will always prevail. Okay, video game. For you are the warrior who crossed time. Some might call me a Time Lord. I should have named them all Doctor, 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 and Doctor. Because obviously the Doctor doesn't have a name. Well, John Smith. But... Oh, Nomura, is that you? Did you make this game, Nomura? I actually don't know who did this. Is there a credits in the back? There is a credits. Who's the producer? You are the bringer of light. Executive producer, Shinji Hashimoto. There's your producer. Yeah, no, I love... Like, the one thing I will admit, as much as I may or may not like certain Final Fantasy games, yeah, there he is, Shinji Hashimoto. Like, as much as I, say for example, don't like, say, 15 or 13 as a series is and then 10 is also kind of cheesy and bleh. I will admit, the one thing that Final Fantasy series has going for it, and I would like someone to prove me wrong, is each game, one after another, has a downright beautiful soundtrack. That is the one thing I will say that this series has going for it, you know? So even if people have no intention of ever playing one, you can at least listen to the soundtrack of the classical musics to this, as to the more slightly more upbeat ones that you get from 7 and onwards, pretty much. Kind of more 4, 5, and 6 onwards, but relatively more 7 and onwards, because obviously it's more tech-based. But that's the one thing that I will admit that this series does do very, very well. So like I say, as much as I obviously haven't played 7 yet, but as much as when I do get to 7, and I will probably enjoy it, and it won't be, I'm not going to come all over it, whatever, but it will still have a damn good soundtrack that I will enjoy. Again, same thing with 15, 13, and 10. As much as I might not enjoy them until I play them, but as much as I may not enjoy them, it will at least have a decent soundtrack in it. I will give 15 the benefit of the doubt. You can buy in-game the original soundtracks for the Final Fantasy games and have them playing when you're driving in the car and whatever. But I won't count that because that's cheating. You know, that's like saying GTA 5 has a good soundtrack. Well, I mean, yes, if you like Rihanna and stuff. No, if you actually listen to the official soundtrack that was made for the game. I mean, again, it's alright, it does what it needs to, but it's nothing amazing. But again, I don't really know it, but yes, like I say, at least that's Final Fantasy 1 done. I can close this chapter on my life. And I can move over to Final Fantasy 2 at some point soon. Because I still have Final Fantasy... I still have Fable Anniversary to do, which I will probably pick up tomorrow. And then after that I will probably do Final Fantasy 2. I know Final Fantasy 2 is pretty... it's like Marmite. People either love it or people either hate it. And from what I'm aware of, people hate it just because it's so hard. And I would argue that's the same thing with this game, to an extent. Like, some people might play this game and immediately go gallivanting off doing stuff. But, and because I was smart enough, the first thing that you do in this game is obviously you walk forward, you talk to the king and you leave. Whoops, turns out you don't have any equipment. And rightly so, you shouldn't have equipment. You're just four random people, random adventurers out of nowhere. You just have the basic of shit, like a knife and a cloak, and that's it. So it makes sense that the money that you have, you go into town to either buy some spells, buy some armor and weapons, before setting out on your adventure. And I guess that's where kind of the hard difficulty comes from in this game in particular, is like I say, most people go gallivanting off, not running into town, buying equipment, and then just running off to the dungeon, and then turning up to the first skeleton enemy and dying immediately. And then complaining, it's too hard. No, it's just, fuck, there's a term for it, but it's essentially just removing all of the people who can't think for themselves of, there's no way this game is that hard, and then you just buy some stuff and you realise it isn't that hard. But, yeah. Like I say, Final Fantasy 2 on the PSP would be next. Sadly, 3 was never brought here. On PSP anyway, it was only on, it was only in Japan, the PSP version, and then we only got the, DS version, so I have Final Fantasy 3 on DS, because I'm not playing it on PC. Not with the ever so slightly worse mobile to PC version. Plus I already own it on DS anyway. But yeah, that's that. And then 4 I also have on PSP. And then I still have yet to buy 5 and 6 because I'm not even close to doing 4 yet. Well, when I probably start playing Final Fantasy 4, I'll look into getting 5 and 6. But 5 and 6 will be on PS1 in the Anthology collection, which just comes with 5 and 6. No, it doesn't. The Anthology comes with 4 and 5, sorry. And then 6 I have to buy separately on PS1. I know they're on PC and whatever, but I'd sooner just have them physical, because if I'm going to enjoy these games. And then, what is it? 7 I need to buy, 8 I need to buy, 9 I need to buy. 10 and 10-2 I've got on PS4. 11, MMO. I probably will never play, but I do know someone who does play it, so I could maybe jump into it and play it for a little while, but not beat it. Unless the main story could be beaten in like 30 hours, and sure, I'll knock myself out, I'll do it. Then what's next? 12. 12 I want to get the PS4 or the Xbox One version. I think I want to get the Xbox One version because it has the updated version that the PS4 got, but it's all on disc, so I might get the Xbox One version. And then 13, I've already got 13, 13-2 and Lightning Returns. And then 15, Dark Shadow has, my friend has, so I can just nick it off him. Unless I see like a stupid good deal for a version, but probably not. But yeah, but like I say, my entire plan for this series, again, is to just play the mainline stuff. So, no Crisis Core, no 10-2, no 13-2 or 13-3, none of them. None of the like 9 or 12 spin-offs on DS, none of them. Yes, I would like to save my game, thank you. We'll save my game over file 1, please. So yeah, that's the plan. Just play the mainline series, then go back. Oh, look. Thank you, Owain. Such a god that man is. Yeah, so that's the main plan, and then once I've done 1 through 15, then in the future I can slowly go through playing like Crisis Core, 13-2, 13-3, and 10-2. They're the main ones. Oh, and Dirge of Cerberus on PS2 for Final Fantasy VII, which is a game people seem to forget exists. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, that's Final Fantasy 1. To anyone who's watched this on YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed. I do apologise for like the 2-month wait for me to finish this. I will maybe edit this down. Oh, welcome back, Shadow to you. But I will maybe edit this down for the YouTube thing, so I'll probably throw in the couple of am I gonna do it, or the oh for fuck's sake moments, but I'll just there's no point throwing all 56 minutes up of this because it's just the final boss that I want to show off. So I'll probably just edit it down of the time where I got screwed over and then whatever. But anyway, YouTube, if you've watched it, I should see you in Final Fantasy 2 if that's your thing. If not, I will see you in whatever I do next, or whatever you want to see me do next. So I'll see you then. Good time.